Some of you, like me, may be entering university after attending community college and completing all your GE. But there may be some things that they did not tell you. In this video, I'm going to go over some things that I found out for the first time transitioning from community college to university. If you're new here, my name is Marie Chalet and I am a first-time university student. I attend Fresno State University and I am in the RN to BSN program. Transitioning from a community college was interesting, to say the least. There were some things that I expected from a university and there were some things that were completely new to me. So I'm gonna go over kind of the things that surprised me going into the university, so maybe you can be a little more prepped for them. So Fresno State University has this orientation called Dog Days Orientation, and it's for new students and also transfer students. I was a transfer student from a community college with an AS degree, actually 2 AS degrees. So I had to attend Dog Days for transfer students. Basically, it's just something to welcome you to the university and tell you what to expect, what things you can do, what campus life is like, and blah, 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 blah. So I attended that, where they recommended that you meet with the counselor. I decided that was a good idea because they give you this thing called a DPR, or Degree Progress Report, which is basically telling you about how many units you have and what you need to graduate. The way they do it is they have certain categories that you need to take classes from to equal out to your 120 units to graduate from the university with whatever degree you chose to graduate with. Let's say, for example, you have IB, IC, ID, and so on and so forth. You have to make sure that you take their specified number of units and classes from each of those categories. So I decided, okay, after Dog Days, I want to go ahead and meet up with the counselor because I had all of my GE done at the community college. I was ready to just get into my RN to BSN program, take all of those classes, and then graduate within 1 year. It's a 3-semester program, and the classes I need are also offered in the summertime. So I figured I could be done with this in 1 year, my BSN, right? And it's an online program except for the last semester. So I meet with the counselor so that we can talk about what I needed and what I didn't need. So there were a couple of things that said that I needed to take, and I felt like it may have been an error. Things like PE, and I also had a sociology class that I felt like should have counted towards my degree that wasn't included in my DPR. It said that I needed to take it to graduate. So I went over, I had all of those things prepared. I'll show you. I had everything written out here, and basically I went over those things with her, and come to find out I was right. You know, I had the PE I needed, I had the sociology I needed. There were just a few things that needed to happen for her to be able to push those things through and for me to be okay. Well. There were a couple of different sections, 4 to be exact, that she said that I absolutely needed. Now y'all, this came as a complete surprise to me. 4 additional classes that I needed to take to graduate from the university. I was in shock because I took all of my GE courses. Why did I need 4 more classes to be able to graduate from the university? That just did not sound right to me at all. I was talking to her and she basically said we have 3 upper division GE requirements, general education requirements, that we require everyone to take to graduate from the university. I had never heard of such a thing. I'm not surprised that they have them, but it was just a shock to me because in my mind, GE was done. That's what community college was for. I don't know if this is new or if it's just something that's been along and I just didn't know because I haven't attended university before. But it was really frustrating to me because when she told me I had 4 additional classes, including the 3 upper GE, I was like, that's a whole nother semester that I was not trying to do, right? And the other course was an additional degree requirement. So basically the nursing department requires me to take a certain philosophy course to graduate for my BSN. This also was weird to me because when I applied for all of the community college nursing programs, that includes my LVN and my RN, all of my courses were included in the program. So why would they have me take an additional course that they aren't offering themselves within the program? I felt like it should be included in the curriculum. Why do I have to find and hunt for that class on my own to get my degree from you guys? Like, it just doesn't make sense. So whatever, I'm like, I have to do it to graduate. But honestly, y'all, believe me when I tell you, I was ready to tell that lady, deuces, I am good, I'm not going to Fresno State. Y'all asking for too much, y'all scamming people. You told me it was 3 semesters, now you adding on a whole additional semester. Are you kidding me? But I regained my composure and I decided to listen to her, and for sure we hashed out a plan that if it goes the way it's supposed to go, I will still graduate within my 3 semesters that they promised me I would, at least on my account. Talking to her, I stopped thinking in my head and I just started to communicate with her and see what she had to say. Well, the philosophy class I definitely need for my program, so that's something that I have to add on and take, right? The other courses, and I'll kind of look at them and go over them with you. The other courses were from what they call IB, IC, and ID. I'm not going to go super into detail with you about what these courses are, but I just kind of wanted to give you an idea. So IB, IC, and ID. I have to take 1 class from each of these categories. I ended up asking her, was there any way that I would still be able to graduate in 3 semesters that I thought I was going to be graduating in anyways? So we went over a plan to try and make sure that I am able to accomplish that. Basically, there are certain classes that double count for certain degree requirements, meaning that you can take 1 class that will double count for 2 degree requirements. That means that certain courses, like let's say philosophy, that I need for my nursing program will also count for something like the IC requirement in the general education that the university says that we need to take. I wanted to take advantage of as many of these double counting classes as possible. So me and her were able to hash out a plan that I actually got 2 classes that double count for my requirements. I'm taking 1 class this semester, which is geography. I know, it has a lot to do with nursing, right? And then 1 class will, like I said, 1 class is already included in my nursing program. So basically, if everything goes as planned, I will take 1 to 2 additional classes per semester, and I will be able to still graduate in the 3 semesters that I plan to graduate in. That was a whole nother thing that was new to me at a university. Now, in community college, I know we fight to get in those courses we need. It takes a long time sometimes to get the courses you need for certain majors. Apparently, that is the same thing here at Fresno State. I was very shocked because Fresno State goes by a payment system where if you're full-time, meaning 7 units or more, you pay a certain amount. Right now, I think it's something like $3,300. And basically, it doesn't matter how many classes you take. If you're over that 7 units, you're still paying the same amount for tuition, which is awesome, right? However, if you're taking 9 units, you're paying for full time. And if you're trying to get into a class and you can't get into that class, it does not matter. You're still paying that $3,300. So for me, I kind of felt like that's a ripoff by not paying per unit if you're not able to get into the classes you need to graduate. And I was so disappointed at State for having that model. Now, not every CSU has this model that I know of. And according to the people at Dog Days, they say that Fresno State is the cheapest out of the entire CSU system. I did not know that when I applied. However, if you're not able to get the classes you need and you continue to carry on semester after semester fighting for those classes, I feel like you're not really getting your money's worth, and it's not really the cheapest that it can be if you're not paying per unit. If you're part-time at Fresno State, you still pay somewhere around $2,000. So you're not really saving that much money by being part-time. I feel like it was just like, I literally was like, Fresno State is a scam when this first happened, because I felt like, why am I having to do additional classes? Why am I having to pay this additional money if I'm not able to get the classes? Those two things were just a surprise to me. So the payment structure may be a surprise to you as well, if it's not like your city college where you pay per unit. But certain universities do not charge per unit. They charge by tuition, whether you're part-time or full-time, and that's it. And it's up to their discretion what they consider full-time. My honest opinion of why these types of courses are not built into the RN to BSN curriculum or other curriculums that may be out there, I really think it's a money grab. I do. I'm shying away from the word scam, but I really do feel like it's a business decision on the school's part, the university's part, to try and get you to stay there for as long as possible. I feel like this is so bad, but I feel like it's on their part that they're trying to get you to stay there, take the classes that you eventually will graduate with, but the longer you stay there, the more money they make. Plain and simple. I'm gonna just say it like that. That's it. The longer you stay, the more money they make. Unfortunately, that means that certain students are not going to graduate because sometimes life gets in the way of things and people drop out of school. I feel like that may be one of the reasons why Fresno State has a lower graduation rate. I believe it's only at about 60%. Funding and things like that may be considerations. You know, if they can't staff the classes that they need, then obviously it's going to be harder for you to get them. Because there's only certain amounts of people that could be in certain classes. Anyways, I just kind of wanted to give you a little brief rundown. I apologize, videos are going to be coming a little slower than I was doing them before. That's just because the nature of me working, going to school. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell, since I won't be posting regularly, so you get a notification every time I upload. But I do want to keep you guys up to date on my nursing journey, my RN to BSN nursing journey, as well as my new grad journey. So go ahead, subscribe, like this video, share it, comment down below. Let me know if you are transitioning to University, or if you had an experience with something like this. I know I met a girl on Twitter. She was saying that in her school, the degree plan actually changed. So they actually updated their history course, and the course that she took no longer counted for her graduation, even though she was about to graduate very soon. She ended up having to take another history course for their newly updated schedule. So I'm curious if you guys have experienced anything like this where you're just like shocked, like why did they change the courses? Why did they add this on? Or the upper division thing going to from a community college to a university? Let me know in the comments down below. I do want to do a video specifically on my RN to BSN curriculum and how that's going and what's all that about, because sometimes people don't really understand what an RN to BSN program is really about. In the meantime, before I record that video, I'm gonna have a playlist right here for you guys to watch, to check out some of my other videos. If the video is already up, go ahead and click here. This is the video I will be talking specifically about the RN to BSN program at Fresno State and the curriculum that will be provided during the course. It is a lot different from the RN program that you attended at community college. So if you're interested in doing an RN to BSN program, go ahead and click here for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate your continued support, and I will see you guys in my next video.